Hi, friends. Trying to get all my techie stuff done. I realized about 20 minutes ago that my computer needed some more battery in order to run. So, and then, all the last minute stuff. You think you're ready, and then poof, time just speeds by. Anyway, my name is Cheryl Wright. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from northeastern Montana, and I think I'm live in all the right places. And tonight's class is the Oh Holy Night class. So if you're just joining me, please say hello and tell me where you're from, what you're up to this weekend, because it's Friday. Woohoo! We made it through another week. As you can tell, I'm still not feeling the best. It's been 3 weeks tomorrow. I am feeling better. I just don't sound as good as I feel. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let me get my other camera going. And do the old switcheroo. And there we go. I think I've got it adjusted. I have some fun projects for you today. And I've got some promotions. I've got an announcement. Drum roll, please, because it's the first page in my promos book. I am going to do 12 days of mystery stamping, and it's going to start on Monday. I'm hoping it's going to be every day, but, planning 3 weeks out during December is not always the easiest. So I will post the clue for that day in the morning, Mountain Time, and we will try to stick with the 6 o'clock time every night. I don't think I'm going to do it on Thursday nights. I'm not sure. Still getting all the pieces and parts. We're starting it on Monday at 6 o'clock. And we will go all the days. The only reason I'm saying not Thursdays is because that's when I have my class, and I still have some classes to share with you. So that's what we're going to do. Please join me. It will be streamed live on Facebook, on my page, in my group, and on YouTube. So join me. Monday, December 3rd at 6 o'clock, right here. 60% off some of the products. There are many products left. And I think all the ones that I'm using tonight are still available. I can check quick, actually. Let me just check quick while I'm visiting with you. That would be fairly easy to do. And no, I'm not sharing my screen right at this time. I really am. I don't think I have to share my screen tonight. So let's just see where we are with some of these things. Retiring. That's part of this sale. And I hope I'm not sharing stuff that's not available. I'm going to be sad. Oh, well, you can still get the class, and I will send you all the pieces. Oh, okay. The dies are still available. The stamp set is still available. The bundle is still available. The paper is not available. And the stars are still available. So it's just the paper tonight that is not available. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? I know. I can't believe it's just kind of, this cold is just dragging on. I do feel better than I did last week, and much better than I felt 2 weeks ago. So there's that, right? All right, back to this. So there's lots of products, and the ones I'm using tonight are still available, except for the paper, but yeah. Online exclusives. There's lots of fun online exclusives. There's still some of the fun paper that was added. This is the paper pumpkin kit for this month. You need to be subscribed by December 10th. There are 9 kits, and there's an acetate box that you can put your cards in and use it as a gift. And lots and lots of kits. Next month, they're releasing a new one. Excuse me. It is next month. It's December. So this month on Thursday, they will be announcing the next kit that will be available. Starting in January, they're going to be putting out 2 kits a month, which is fun. So I'm going to show you a couple things in here. So we're using the Oh Holy Night tonight. So this is still available, which is the bundle and dies, which is right on this page. And I don't know if I might use this Merry Christmas. This star class could be one in its own. And there you have it. Do you keep seeing do you see what I see? Guess what came in the mail today? My new catalogs. I'm so excited. So this is the new catalog that starts in January. If you are a customer of mine that's not local, I hopefully had one sent to you last time I had about 3 that went missing. And so hopefully they're all going to come. And January starts celebration. So I can't show you what's inside right now. If you watched my mystery stamping the other night, I did share what I've got to order so far as a demonstrator. Demonstrators actually get 3 months of celebration. And if you go to the conference, I went to the conference in November. It was an online on stage. There we go. We actually got to order some of it already. So it's going to be so much fun. There's one thing I didn't get out, but I think we're good. So this is actually the class that I did last night locally in the town that I live closest to. So we're going to go ahead and start with those. I thought I have extra card kits. They're ready to go out the door. And if you want to place a $35 order, I can get these in the mail to you ASAP. I'm still working on my backlog. I apologize. I always seem to have to apologize. But I'm getting better. I'm getting caught up. So there's that. So this card I found, and it was one that Terry Gaines, I believe I got that name correct. Terry Gaines had this one on her site. So this is just a standard card base. It's 5 1/4 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And then 2, let me think. Thinking is not my strong suit right now. These are just standard neck size. So it would be 4 by 5 1/4. There, see? And one's for the inside. And then we have a strip of the designer series paper. This is the paper that is sold. But I have enough for the class. So if you want the chunks and pieces to make these, I would be happy to get that for you. So there's this paper. And then this is a circle that was cut out with the stylish shapes, the largest stylish shape circle. And this is the Nativity that was cut out from, these are the dies. I showed you in the catalog, but this is what they look like up close. Very, very nice. Very fun. I have cut so many of these out. So many. Hi, Glenda. Cold and damp. We are not cold. It was chilly today, but it was nice. And we're supposed to get up almost to 60 again by the end of the week. I mean, I don't want snow, but all right. So that's the Nativity, and then this is the banner shape from the stylish shapes. Stylish shapes. So there are all my pieces, and I'm actually going to get the largest circle out because I'm going to use it. As you can see, this does not fit in there just right. So I could just trim these, but I'm actually going to put it through the die cut machine, and I'm just going to put it over just so it cuts those off so it matches nicely So I'm going to run this through. I'm taking my Post-it note tape off very gently. So there you have that. And I'll pop that in there so I don't have to worry about it again. So pay attention to where your stars are. Because when I did my demo card last night, I was kind of in a hurry and my star got all cattywampus. Actually, I might do it so that these stars are up in the sky. So that's what I mean. Pay attention to your stars. See, this way I don't have to do much at the bottom. So pay attention to your stars. All right. Now this one works well with this glue, but it also works well with glue dots, because this is, you have to be careful when you're putting this down, you know, like any other detailed little project. There we go. A little dab will do ya. Or I could have the kindergarten teacher in me come out and do dot, dot, not a lot. I actually really never taught kindergarten, but that's what we used with the kindergartners and the primary kids when I was teaching. So pay attention to where your stars are. And then just line it up, hold it down a little bit. So that is that piece. We're going to set that aside. It can dry for a minute. I'm actually going to stick a block on it so it will dry as flat as possible. I'm going to take this strip. This strip, I believe, is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. I have a ruler here. Actually, I know where my ruler is. I know where my other ruler is. I had all this stuff written down, and one of my team members is going to do this with her class, and so she took my measurements with her. So this is actually 6/8 by 5 1/4. And we're just going to use a small amount of glue because we're going to run this through the die cut machine and the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And if you use a lot of glue, you're going to have some squeezage, some squeezy outage. And it's going to go down the side of one of your white pieces and leave, I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. It doesn't really matter. Then we're going to take the painted texture embossing folder, and remember not to stick it way up into the fold. Bring it back so it's in it, so everything gets texturized. I'm going to go ahead and run this through the machine, and I just have it set up behind me today because if and when my craft room ever gets clean, then I will have space, more workspace. Until then, sorry, I had the wrong sandwich. You know how that goes. If you don't have the right sandwich, it won't go through. All right, so I just ran it through the machine, and now we have this beautiful textured paper. Isn't that gorgeous? Remember to say hello if you're joining me. I see there's lots of people watching and only 2 people commenting. So say hello if you can. I understand if you can't. That's totally fine. Be sure to like, share, comment. All that helps. All that helps more people see me. If you want more people to see me. All right, I'm going to use Night of Navy. And this is the stamp set that you can use that comes in the bundle if you get the bundle. And I'm going to go ahead and use The Lord is My Shepherd. We used these with embossing with Versamark last night, and I don't have them quite as clean as I would like them. So that's one of my jobs. One of my many jobs. I'm going to stick that up there. All right. So I'm actually not going to use this whole tag. So I'm going to go more to the left and try to get it lined up as best I can. And that is in Night of Navy. I'm going to use that again. There's my other white piece of paper right here. Got a little fuzz on it. And what else are we going to put on there? The Lord is My Shepherd. We're going to put Merry Christmas on the inside. So I'm using the Stars at Night, and there's this pretty Merry Christmas. So we're going to get that out. So I have 3 projects for you. Plus I have a couple bonuses to share with you. Let's see. With a $35 order, I will send you the pieces to the 3 projects. Sorry, I cannot send the extra projects. I just don't have enough paper. Oh, isn't that beautiful, Kimberly? I love the texture. And you know, I forget to use the embossing folders more often than not. And they just add so much oomph so simply. And I got a thumbprint. Why? So, paper has 2 sides. Try it again without the thumbprint. There we go. Yay! No thumbprint. It's kind of hard to decide if that's straight or not because it's kind of, we're going to go with it. We're going with it. So we're going to cover up the thumbprint side. We're going to put this inside the card. None of my projects are difficult tonight. And like I said, if you were at my class last night, thank you very much for coming. It was fun, I think. Although they were awfully quiet last night. I didn't know what was going on. My people are usually a little noisier than that. But they were just quiet. So that kind of looks crooked, but it kind of doesn't. Oh, well, it's fine. So we're going to put this on. And the blue stripe is going to go to the left. And it just gets the standard border. You know, that ish border. It's about 1/8, is it? All right. We're going to take this piece. We're going to use some dimensionals. Pop it up a little. So if you missed my big announcement earlier, I am going to do 12 days of mystery stamping. It's going to start on Monday. It's going to be 6 o'clock Mountain Time on Monday. The clue will be on my Facebook page and group that morning. And I'm going to try to do 6 o'clock every night, but you know how planning things at this point of the year is. So that is my goal, but I will let you know in plenty of time if I have to adjust that. So Monday night at 6 o'clock, and we're going to do 12 different mystery stamping. Now I could use a trimmer, or I'm just going to go for it with my scissors. So feeling brave. There we go. I just cut that end of the banner off, the banner. And dimensionals. I knew I had them. I knew they weren't far. So 12 Nights Mystery Stamping. If you'd like this class, make a $35 purchase in my store, and I will send you all the pieces and parts to make the projects this evening. One is not a card, so I'm not saying I will send you all the cards. I didn't get that very straight. I should have used the trimmer. There. If your order is $50, I will send you the monthly tutorial, which actually is where I got the next recipe to make the next card. It was from the November tutorial, which I haven't mailed out to my people. So if you placed a $50 order last month, or you're on my team, because being on my team, you get extra perks, then you get it. All right. I am looking for my stars. These are sold out. Also, this in the paper, but I have enough to send to you if you get the card kits. And if your order is $75 or more, you get an embellishment as well. So there's that. Did I put anything else on last night? I don't think so. So there is card number 1. Card number 1. I'm not sure if I put any other embellishments on there. No. Which ones I have? I guess we could put some rhinestones on there. But we're just going to leave it be the 1 star. It's fine. It kind of pops that way with the 1 gold star in the sky. So, okay, we're going to move on to the next one. The next one is from the tutorial bundle. Thank you, Kimberly. And it is, it's one by Denise Willerton. So this is her design, mostly. And actually, I am going to, I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to slide this over. You're not seeing what I'm doing. I'm just messing on my computer. I'm going to get the measurements out of her tutorial so I can tell you what they are. And I just messed it up. Big time. Like I hit it and it went all the way back. So we're going to wing it, because I don't want to waste your time for me digging through the whole tutorial bundle. I think they were like 55. All right. This is a bridge card. I love bridge cards. So my people came and I had all their pieces and parts in an envelope. And I had more parts and pieces than I had people show up. So I have a couple that might come later, but for the most part, I just have extra card kits. And I thought, I'm going to keep it simple and run with it. So this is, we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. This is 8 by 4 1/4. It is scored at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5.5, and 6 3/4. Okay. And you fold it like so. Let me grab my bone folder. I have a little caddy right here on the side of my computer. Now, before I get carried away and do much more, I'm going to flip this over. And remember that Merry Christmas? We're going to use it again. And if you do it now, then you don't have to try to remember to do it once you start assembling pieces and parts. Still not sure about making that level or not. All right. Now we can go ahead and build the card. So make sure we keep that going the right way. This is paper from the Oh Holy Night bundle. This piece, see, I would have done better with the measurements up. That's all right. This piece is 2 7/8, and this piece is 4 1/8, and it's going in the center. I fell in love with this card as soon as I saw it. And through the magic of the computer, I'll show you a picture that my friend took that made this last night. So these pieces are 1 1/8 by 7/8. And you're going to put one here and one here. Now, if I had more paper, I would have had the seam go all the way across. But when I was cutting for 24 card kits, I didn't have enough paper. So I had to do with, so it looks like this instead of wrapping all the way around. I don't think it makes a big difference once you get it done. So there you have it. If you're in my part of the world and you're out and about tomorrow, I will be at a vendor show in Wolf Point, Montana. If you're out and about, stop in and visit us. I say us because my daughter-in-law is going to be there, and she sells horse ropes and dog leashes and all those kinds of things that she makes. I will have 3 of my businesses. I'm down to 3 businesses now. I have this one, my nail one, and my bag one. So I don't get in trouble with compliance about cross-promoting. There you go. I didn't mention any names of businesses. All right. So now we're going to make the bridge. This piece is 1 by 5 3/8. Yeah, 1 by 5 3/8. Now, if you get the bundle and you find this in the bundle, this is smaller than Denise had hers. So I made mine just a smidgen smaller. We're going to use tear and tape on this. To me, this works best with tear and tape. We're going to put some on the ends. You know, when you spend your days alone and then all of a sudden you talk. I wasn't entirely alone all day. My son and my granddaughter came to see me for a few minutes. And I don't know if it's possible for her to get much cuter, but she keeps getting cuter. All right. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool, but I don't know where it is. This has the same end as the new take your pick tool. This is the old paper piercing tool from Stampin' Up, but they don't sell these anymore. But they did get the tip and put it in the extra craft tips for your take your pick tool. And I love, love, love it. But I have a feeling it's MIA. So this, actually, I cut this off the bottom of this paper as it pushes itself. And then, so I thought that way it would work. It would go across better. And I'm actually covering up most of the building over here. All right, so then you close one side before you put this one down, and then line this one up. That way, when you put it in your envelope, you know it will lay flat, because this is how you're going to put it in your envelope to mail it. That's how you do the bridge. So do you see how it just kind of flows across now? All right. Next up is the manger, or the building of whatever it is. I think it's the main, I don't know. Okay, so if you do it like this, then your manger is going to not fit in your envelope. So you have to take some off the bottom of this paper trimmer. So you know the card is 4 1/4 tall. So stick your tip at 4 1/4 right here. And then just hold down these pieces and just gently whack off the bottom of your manger. And throw those extra little pieces away. Now on my sample that I did, I tried to take a brush over this and kind of make the details come out a little better. That didn't work really well. It's too fragile. So if you want to do something like that, make some marks on it before you run it through the machine. So this is going to get a bead of glue here and a bead of glue here. And this is the exact width of our opening. So we're going to go ahead and line it up with the edge. Line it up with the edge. And there is our little manger. Then we have our nativity. Oh my gosh, I don't know how many of these I cut out. I cut out so many, and every time I thought I was done with them, I found out I needed a couple more. So we're just going to use the glue and go across the bottom on this one. And we're just going to let it float here in the middle. So there's that. This one we're going to put Joy and Peace on this scrap of paper. This scrap of paper is it's about 2 5/8 by 5/8 ish, you know, give or take. I'm going to use black on this side. I know I used blue back here, but I use Night of Navy. It's kind of crooked, but it's kind of not. I don't know. It's got that scrolly font that it's hard to tell when it's straight and when it's crooked. So my people will be fine with it. Isn't that fun? That bridge card and the manger. All right, Joy and Peace coming up. This is actually just a chunk of the paper from that paper pack too. I wanted it to blend, but also stand out just a little bit. And we're going to add this. And we don't want to take too much away from the actual scene. So we're just going to lay this down here at the bottom. It's light enough that the words stand out, but it doesn't draw a lot of attention to it. So there's that. Like I said, to put it in the envelope, you just fold it sideways. All right. So let's add a little bling. So this one, of course, gets a star. And you kind of have to decide where you want it to be. When you're looking through it, you might want to put it in there. And then when you're looking down, you might want to, you'll see it. I found, since it's kind of hard to get it in there, if you take one of your pointy things, you take your pick tool and you load up your star and just kind of try to find a place for it, for your star in the sky. Then we're going to add just a little more bling. We're going to add some of these metallic, brushed metallic adhesive backed dots. And we're just going to add, we're going to use the gold so it matches the star. And we're just going to put 2. And then we'll balance it out with 1 over here. So there is card number 2. You can kind of see the star in the back. Now, let me see if I can do this before I forget, since we're talking about this anyway. My friend, so this is one of the cards we made last night. And my friend ran to the dollar store immediately afterwards and found a tea light. So I don't know if you have these at your place of where you live, but let me see here. I'm going to share my screen. And let's see here. I want the entire screen. And there we go. So you're going to see a lot of extra stuff for a second, just because it's in my photos. So I have it right here. So this is, oh, there's all my photos. This is what it looked like when she put that tea light in there. And then that's what the light's on. Isn't that a fun tea light? So that was her aha last night. So wasn't that fun? All right, let me get my camera back to where it's supposed to be. There we go. I have one more project to share with you. So tea lights from the dollar store, Dollar Tree, I don't know what it is, Family Dollar. Ours is like a combo thing, Family Dollar or Dollar Tree. They don't sell calendars though. I need some calendars and I like to get them at the dollar store and they don't have them at our dollar store. Who'd have thought? All right, so I'm going to set these aside for a minute. So there it is. So this next project I did not do last night because I did a different project. So here goes. This one I saw on Stamping Through the Catalog. I thought they said they found it in the catalog, but I just didn't see it in the catalog. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So this, I used the One Horse Open Sleigh paper. And if you do it right, your strips don't have to be off. But I didn't do it right. So the back is just going to be like that. So let me make sure I've got this going where I want it and not, okay. So this is going this way. I'm going to use the black. I have Oh Holy Night on my block. It's kind of shiny because, like I said, we used Versamark. Isn't that great, Kimberly? Yes. That tea light was so much fun. I tried to find tea lights and I didn't find what she found at our dollar store, but I have a whole bunch. They all need batteries. All right, so Oh Holy Night is going to go up. It's going to be more toward the top, but not all the way to the top. And I'm going to take one of our, this is the back of the little fox paper, but you could use any brown. I just like the wood look of this. And this is what they used on the sample that I saw. So when in doubt, you follow the sample until you know better. So actually, I'm going to get my little silicone mat out. Just in case I get glue anywhere else. So I am just lining this up. Oh, the paper. I need to tell you the size of the paper. It is 3 3/4 by 3 3/8. So there you have that. All right. Next, this is the part I don't have my stuff out for. But I'm not sure exactly where it is. I do have, I need linen thread. I always have linen thread out. Apparently not today. So I have silver threaded twine. And you need about 7 inches. So I will take one of my strands out. It's the same, right? Yeah, it's the same. So I have a lot of this, and I just pull out what I need because I like the rougher texture of it, actually. All right, I guess into texture today. So then, so this, oh, I need to cut it down to about 7 inches. I don't know which end was 7 inches. I should have just cut it in half. All right, so now we're going to take and add some more glue. Have you figured it out yet? We're going to add this in here. And I might need a little more glue there. I'm going to roll it over here. All right. And this goes there. And then when I did craft projects with my kids where we sandwich stuff, I would tell them, then you put the lid on it. Then you put the lid on it. Now, if you use dark paper, you wouldn't have to worry about this light bite coming through. There we go. All right. Now, on the back, this paper is 1/2 by 3 3/4. Is that right? I had all the measurements, but then 3 3/4 by not even a half. Yeah, by half. So see, I didn't want to use a whole other piece of paper, so I got a little wedge on this piece. It'll be fine. It will be fine. This almost looks too big. We're gonna go for it. Actually, it really does look too big. I almost want it just to be that width. So I'm going to change it. So this width is 1/4. Maybe it was supposed to be 1/4 and I got carried away. quarter is hard to cut. And it may not be straight. See, this is going to work out. I'm not going to have a little whoop-de-doo on this end after all. So yeah, this is a 1/4 inch. Sticky glue on my fingers. So this, hey, okay. This is going to look awesome when there's a light behind it also. Just saying. If you wanted to get fancy, you could cut 2 more sidebars if you wanted the timber look. There you go. And hi, Nancy. How are you tonight? See there, it matches right up. I might do some of these up for my vendor show tomorrow. They are so easy. All right. And then go to that, and then you take your Nativity and poor Joseph, I'm picking him up by his head. And we'll take one of those stars and the star trinkets. Put it somewhere not crooked. So there you have it. Yes, I'm doing a little bit better every day. My husband keeps looking at me, asking me if I want to go to the doctor yet, and I keep telling him no. I'm good. I keep feeling better. So there you have it. There is, and like I said, this would look so pretty with a light behind it on the tree, an ornament. So here is our recap. There's card number 2. And again, if you put a tea light behind it, you'll have to go back and watch the video if you missed it, because I showed people the tea light behind it. It was a fancy tea light. And thank you, Heather. Thanks, Kimberly. Thanks, Nancy. This was card number 1. And like I said, this one was Terry Gaines is one I found. This one was Denise Willerton. And this one was Stampin' through the catalog. Now, the other projects that I did with this last night, this part is for inspiration only. If you place a $35 order, I will send you all the materials to make this. If you, but the next part I can't send because I don't have the paper for it. So I had tons of frames from other projects. So my people came and they got to pick either a 12 by 12 or an 8 by 8. And so this is the 8 by 8, and my light's going to be wonky. I'll put the light away for a minute. You'll have to just live with the weird shadow for a second, because my lights are weird. So that is in an 8 by 8 frame with all the little pieces. This is on vellum and then with white behind it, and I used the decal edged circles, the decal circles. So there's that one. And then this is the 12 by 12. And I don't know, I might have to move my camera. Maybe I'll just do it. Yeah. You might just have to see it from top to bottom. So this is from that stamp set. This is one of those 3D stars. You know what? I think I have my stars right here. It's a hybrid embossing folder. And I kept it out in case I needed it. And wouldn't you know, it just kind of walked away. Nope. Did I nab it? So I don't know where it went. Anyway, it's a hybrid embossing folder, so it can make these 3D stars. And then the Nativity, I just cut it apart and reused. This is actually Joseph, but off to the side it looks, and I flipped over, it looks like the silhouette of one of the wise men. And then this is this guy just chopped again, and there's tons of little sheep. And this is another king. He's actually this guy. I just trimmed him off. And of course a camel. So you could add whatever you wanted to make it as big or as awesome as you wanted. So this is what my people did last night, and they all turned out differently because they all picked their own sayings. And like I said, some chose the 8x8 and some chose the 12x12. And just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I hope Stampin' Up! Does more of this kind of paper. Again, I should have taken that pink. I have a pink sign on my lamp. That's why you kind of had a weird pink haze. So I don't know what I have going on here. All right, so that is my class for tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me and crafting with me. Here's the current host code. Be sure to subscribe if you are on YouTube. And thank you for crafting with me. And I'll see you on Monday night for 12 days of mystery stamping. Clue will be up Monday morning, Mountain Time, and we will do mystery stamping every night for 12 nights, unless something comes up and I have to skip one, but I will let you know in plenty of time. But get your stuff ready and let's have some fun and have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me and crafting with me. Bye-bye.